Damaged Mexican sail training ship has been moved for repairs. This is from the Maritime Exclusive, and it was published on June the 6th, 2025. The Mexican sail training ship Qualtamac, which struck New York City's Brooklyn Bridge on May the 17th, was moved on June the 6th to a shipyard to undergo further surveys and begin repairs. The Mexican Navy announced it was the next part of the technical evolution and the process to ensure the vessel once again sails as a symbol of Mexico. This ship has remained docked at Manhattan's Pier 36, not far from where it struck the Brooklyn Bridge, killing 2 sailors and injuring 19 others. There were 277 people on board at the time. Mexico arranged to fly approximately 200 of the cadets and instructors home, while keeping a crew of 77 on board the vessel. New York City Emergency Management Department coordinated the move, which began at about 6:30 a.m. local time. The city official said relocating the vessel by tow through the active waterway required detailed planning. Working with the U.S. Coast Guard, which established a safety zone, all vessel traffic on New York's East River was ordered suspended for 90 minutes, including commuter ferries. Officials said the transfer time was selected and coordinated with the tide schedule. The East River has strong currents, and the early morning was reported to have a slack tide period, so the vessel would encounter minimum resistance. The move was executed by several tugs, and images show a platform alongside the vessel. Media reports said the majority of the crew was going to leave the vessel and be bused to Brooklyn. New York City reported the vessel arrived at 7:35 at the GMD shipyard at the Brooklyn Navy Yard. The strong currents on the river were suspected of contributing to the accident, in which the vessel lost control, resulting in moving north on the river and striking the underside of the bridge. It had been in New York City since May the 13th, and it was a ceremonial departure on Saturday evening with the cadets manning the sails and spaced along the rigging, and a large Mexican flag on the stern. The tops of all 3 masts were broken, with cadets visibly hanging from safety harnesses. The vessel had been scheduled to fuel in Lower Manhattan Bay after its departure and then sail to Iceland. The vessel was to make a tour of European ports. It was to return to Mexico in November, with a stop in Barbados on the return leg of the journey. She was built in 1982 as a modern replica of a traditional sailing ship. The vessel is 297 feet in length and is used for training cadets and goodwill missions. Keeping 77 people on board this vessel seems a little bit excessive, but she is a training ship. So these cadets will learn a lot in the shipyard, that's for sure. They'll see things they've never seen before, and that's all part of the learning game, I guess. It's pretty interesting that they had to shut down the East River. That's a lot of traffic to have to stop, but I guess it was only for a little over an hour, and then everybody could get back to business. But shutting down all the ferries, all the local traffic, all the ships and barges coming and going, you'd be surprised how many vessels would be involved in that, that's for sure. All right, guys, there it is. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new here and you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one.